Yeah, guys, do you know that even if you don't like Thandeka, you always look forward to her diary sessions? Ask me why, guys, because you get to learn new vocabularies. In fact, I know that some people are going to be so confused because you cannot understand which one is they are going to be bamboozled. Bamboozled. This is a new word for the week, and not just, of course, it's not a new word though for us, but then I love the smart and very intelligent responses. It's quite unfortunate that I didn't start on time, but I think I had started when Biggie was asking about the whole wager, why they always lose their wager. I really loved the matured responses she gave because she was like, it's not normal that every day Biggie will have to come and read out what exactly he was expecting from the wager. And the last wager, which was really not so nice for them, reading out what that has to do with their own life from a paper. She said, but it seems she brought up that idea, they have to do it this way. But a lot of iTunes will be like, no, it's not like this, it's not like that. You have to jot it down. So it didn't really make sense that they were reading it from a paper. And you guys know that was one of the reasons they failed the wager. And Biggie asks, why does she think this wager presentation is important, aside that it really helps them to have supplies in the house? She said, yeah, because imagine them being in the house without working. Of course, you have to work. You left your work, you left what you're doing. If you're just in this house, seated, not doing anything, by the time you go back to your life, it's not gonna be easy. But here you are up and doing, you are working, you have a tax. So going back to the outside world is still going to be like a continuation. And another thing is you have to work as an individual. You have to. Then the other thing is working with people. You might not really like someone, but because the person can be an expertise in whatever it is you are looking for, so you just have to at least work with them regardless. And it also happens outside. So even if you don't like people, you have to try as much to coexist with them because you have to get the job done at the end of the day. And another thing is it also helps to I can't remember all of the things she said. I think improve, make them have sense of responsibility, and also kind of, you know there was a word she used. Like making them versatile, in all walks of life, where you have to do this, do that, discover yourself, and all of that. Okay, yeah, she said so much about the reason for wager presentation, not necessarily because they have to get money. She didn't even go there. Oh, we're doing it because there has to be food. And no, 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 no. But she gave, and you could tell that Biggie gave her listening. Because at the time I was saying, Biggie, are you looking at the time? It's high time you stop Thandeka, because it seems he was really big. He was really enjoying her smart response. Yeah, I could tell you that he was really enjoyed. And do you know that he didn't ask her if you had to be evicted tonight, if you had to leave the house tonight? Could he say because there is no time, or because he knows that definitely this one is not going anywhere, so there is no point asking her that question. Then he also asked about the conspiracy corner, the conspiracy what, and she said she found it boring. One thing with Tandega is she would not pretend. Like some people will be like, "Oh yeah, it was fine, it was." She said because she keeps saying there is no game in the house, that there is no game. People who don't like you really show it. You know that, oh, these ones don't like me. They ain't going. That some places where someone will come sit with you, laugh for you, do and still nominate you. You know that you yourself will asking, yo, is this person who is being cruel to me, that is shining their teeth and doing all of that? But here, people don't like you. They tend to show you they don't like you, and they always try to use herself and Q as a scapegoat. So she talked about it, that in as much as it was boring to her, but she and Melly didn't really talk much about it because they've already clocked it from the first day. So it was like this was the way it was. She will stick with the girls. Hey, God, do Thandeka. She says she's gonna stick with the girls, so she has no business with the boys. She is going to stick with the main girls and nominate. Though she didn't mention mean girls, so these are my words. I'm analyzing, right? Yeah, she's going to stick with the girls and keep nominating them since that's what is given in the house. So she has no option. That's what she's going to do. Then for Q said he was going to nominate Bravo and who again, because he also had his reasons and it's obvious. So she went ahead. Biggie asked about the highlights. Okay, though she concentrated on this week, she talked about one of the highlights was how the whole dynamics between herself and Bravo has changed because she felt disappointed in Bravo. I think when they were giving the speech was also she said Bravo didn't mention her name. Rather, he even went for Q, who is not really very close with him, like who he's not in good terms with. Look, it seems she's somebody who is very loyal to friendship and she expected more. And there was a time she said Bravo had something in his pinky finger. I think a ring also got stuck in there and it was swollen, and so he didn't know what to do. He didn't go to Trixie, but then he came to her and she was the one who removed it, and she said knowing fully well that Bravo got disqualified the other time, she also was just looking out on the lookout for him, didn't really want him to do some of the things that might actually get him into that. If you're walking away from this house, you walk away, majestically and diligently, and not just through one or two things. But then maybe because that he's more Bravo is more on Trixie's side because of the things he's getting from there, of course, because of the cuddling and the free, you guys understand what I mean. So it's very normal for him to stick with Trixie. We are seeing that. Okay, he also mentioned Ashe. There was something she said about milk, but I didn't really pick that. Either she gave her milk or something, when maybe probably he knows she doesn't take me. I can't really get. Maybe you really help me in the comment section if you actually got that correctly, so I won't give you a wrong info, right? Okay, so she said Bravo is really more like on Trixie's side, which she doesn't have any problem with that because she's just a friend, she's just on the lookout for him, and yeah, he's milking the situation with Tracy because he's getting whatever it is he's getting from there. Okay, but then trying to throw your friends under the bus and don't look out and don't care for them genuinely, I think that really got her disappointed and made her mad. What else did they talk about? Another highlight was okay, I can't remember. Though she mentioned that she's one person who loves to care for people. That's just her nature, regardless if you need help, if you're in pain, at least at that moment, this person needs pain and needs help. So we should help the person. And yeah, what else? What else? I can't remember the other highlights, guys. I can't remember the other highlights for her. She mentioned I think guys, but then I could tell you guys that this is what you call engaging. When something is really engaging your audience. Like, even if you don't like Thandeka, you're going to be glued to your screen just to listen to her vocabularies and her good command of English. And I guess Biggie would be so impressed at that. Then later, I think Biggie was looking at his time and he said, "No, I don't think I'm asking Utandega any more question, because one question Thandeka is gonna explain and explain and explain and make sure you get it." Okay, and she even said it. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. So Biggie said, "We have come to the end of the diary session." I'm like, okay, fine, it's good. I didn't start from the beginning. I don't know if there were other questions he asked, maybe how you feeling today, how is what. But then the little ones, I don't know if he asked about the dinner dates, guys, because I joined later. Guys, I can't be 247. I didn't even watch King Wonder's own. By the time I tuned King Wonder was already off. Like, one is just busy. You have to multitask, and very soon live eviction show. Once that one starts, now you're gonna spend like hour go nowhere just to make sure you get everything that is gonna happen at the live eviction. Please don't forget to smash the like button for me and be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Like I keep saying, posture is coming, and I'll be here for you guys. See you guys. Ciao ciao.